Many a times as investors, we are always wondering that whenever we are investing in a mutual funds or a PMS, AIF, is the fund manager, is the person who's managing the portfolio really doing justice? And could there be an alternative where I simply invest in a particular market because I believe in a particular growth story of that particular segment? Can I simply invest in that and sit back and relax? Yes, that is possible through the ETF, index fund route, exchange traded funds or index fund route. Now, that's the big one thing which everybody should be practicing and executing in their respective portfolios. How much, that we will talk towards the end, but let's deep dive into what is called as ETFs, exchange traded funds. Now for this, obviously the alternative is index funds, which you can have, which you can invest through the mutual fund route. But somebody who's wanting to have a demat account and do direct ETF investing, exchange traded fund investing, one can do so in the real time market timing, which is between 9:15 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. as far as the Indian stock market is concerned. And somebody who's doing it for US based or international ETFs, then they need to wait until 7 p.m. till midnight 1:30 a.m. and one can also invest in the US equity markets through the ETF route as well. So in fact, in the Indian equity markets also, during the Indian equity times, there are fund of funds through the index funds and ETF route you can take exposure to, but then because of the RBI limit, there could be liquidity issues or there could be investment restrictions in terms of the limit being reached, and hence no permissibility is there to further invest. So typically whenever we are talking about ETFs, the first thing of lately comes to our mind is, okay, gold ETF, silver ETF, Nifty ETF, and that's about it. Let me tell you that itself is a big universe, and how you can actually view that universe is through the something called as NSE site called Nifty indices. So here it is. So within the equity space, you have something called as broad-based indices like Nifty 50, which is like the Nifty index constituting of the top 50 companies, the Nifty next 50, which is 51 to 100, which we call as again large caps, but they are the next 50 in the lot. So again, wonderful. Nifty 100, who wants to take the entire pack of 100 companies, they can take it through the Nifty 100 ETF route. Somebody who's wanting, okay, fine, I don't want to only restrict myself to large cap, I also want to have some mid cap companies in my portfolio. So you can also go in with something called as the Nifty 200, which is a combination of top 100 large cap and next 100, which are the top 100 mid cap companies, and so on and so forth. Somebody who's more aggressive or somebody who wants to believe that small cap or a micro cap, which is the next 250 and the next 250 companies of India, can do well, they can also take exposure to a small cap index through the ETF route, or which is called small cap ETF, or a micro cap ETF is also there. So you can see these mid caps, Nifty 500, which is a combination of large, mid and small, and here micro cap, which I was telling you here, and a combination of mid small is there, large mid is there. Very, very similar to what you are doing. If you are a mutual fund investor, you would be doing, you might be making a good allocation or good diversification between large, mid and small. So here you actually get to know, and this is true through the label. Unlike mutual funds, we've seen a problem that in mutual funds, if you're taking a small cap fund, there might be an exposure of as high as 30, 40, 50% in a particular large cap, and vice versa. If you're taking a large cap, there could be an exposure of 30, 40% in small and mid caps. So many a times as investors, you may not get what you are actually wanting. So that is a better way through the ETF route. And plus there are no, you would say, the expense ratio is much lesser as compared to a active based mutual fund. So that is also one of the advantage. Coming to sectoral indices, sectoral is where I just showed you here. So it's not letting me, okay, just a minute. So if I just move, okay, let's talk here. So these are the sectoral indices. So many a times we feel that, okay, auto stocks are going to do well, banking stocks are going to do well, or FMCG stocks are going to do well, or of lately we saw healthcare doing well, and so on and so forth. So, but we are confused which stock to buy within the healthcare, within the FMCG, within the IT space. So then you can actually go ahead and buy a auto ETF or a bank ETF depending on what you feel is right at that particular moment. Then thematics. So thematics are, you would have heard of lately, EV theme, like electric vehicle theme is picking up, defense theme is picking up, digital theme is picking up. So you actually get to invest in all these. Like if there is recently listed IPOs, you missed out on the IPO story, so you can actually invest in IPO based ETFs. So which are the recently listed IPOs, they may be trading below their listed value. Oh, that analysis you need to do. But what I'm trying to say is these are the opportunities which you get through the thematic ETFs route. and something which we call as strategy indices, which is nothing but factor investing style, via which you can take exposure to value, quality, momentum, low volatility. So all these are the ways to invest in ETFs. So apart from that, if you're looking for debt-based ETFs, so there are you can see different ETFs on the debt space also, kind of starting with liquid ETF, which is like nothing but a replace of your savings account, and it generates, like at least historically it has generated 5.5, 6%, and there are, you can say, Bharat bond ETFs and so on and so forth. So there are a lot of fixed income ETFs as well. Now that was a little bit on the ETF side, and what you're supposed to be doing, how you're supposed to make the portfolio of ETFs. So for anything to everything, there needs to be a formula, there needs to be a framework, for which we have defined one within our organization by the name of TAG 4-tier 10x allocation framework. So how does this work is, supposedly somebody who has a portfolio of say 10 CR or some a 10 crore net worth in liquid assets. So we follow something called as a 4, 3, 2, 1 allocation matrix, and we allocate say 20% of this 10 CR towards ETFs. So which we are talking was 2 crores. The rest 40, 30, 10 would be allocated to other products. So that is also the importance, that you cannot be investing into one particular asset class or one particular product, for the simple reason is there could be better, bigger ways of making money, managing money. So do not depend on one particular asset class or one particular product. So supposedly in this case it is 2 CR which we want to put in ETFs. So how you can deploy it is, again, follow something called as a 4, 3, 2, 1 formula. So within 2 CR, if you talk about 40%, 30%, 20% and 10%, so we're talking about 80 lakhs, 60 lakhs, 40 lakhs and 20 lakhs of this 2 CR, which means now we want to take exposure to say commodity based ETFs, which is gold, silver. So we can put gold, silver here. We want to take exposure to debt based ETFs, so we can put some here. We want to take exposure to equity based ETFs and broad based and sector based, and some we want to take exposure to thematics and strategy. So this is how we allocate, and keep rebalancing whenever a particular ETF or a particular segment within the ETF have given you extraordinary returns or below expectation returns. It's time to rebalance, and again use the 4, 3, 2, 1 formula to rebalance. So this is how we advocate and manage the ETFs investments. I'm sure you will have questions around how, what, where, when, how to do it, which one to take, so on and so forth, which one is good, how does this work, that work, and so on and so forth, for which somewhere in the link below or wherever you're watching this video from, you will find a one-to-one booking link where you can click on that link, book a one-to-one strategy call with us, with our team. We'll be happy to discuss on a one-to-one basis how ETFs work and how it can be beneficial to you, and what allocation can you give towards ETFs, and whatever questions further on you may have, you can feel free to click the link below and we'll be happy to discuss on a one-to-one basis. Till then, thank you so much. Namaskar and Jai Hind. Thank you.